Yep, next one, bro, and I'm jealous that you get to talk about this one first because I there's a lot to talk about. I'm excited to see what you think and see if we got the same thoughts on some of these players. But let's go into the Saints and Ravens, man. What you got?
Well, the thing about the Saints and the Ravens that has me is that we've all been talking about it. Who the hell is going to start at quarterback? And then who's really going to take? This is another team that's wide open because of the Michael Thomas injury. Who's going to take the Bulls by the horn and become the number one there? So there's a lot of things to talk about with these. Taysom Hill ended up getting the nod here. 8 of 12, 81 yards with a pick, and Jameis Winston 7 of 12, 96 yards, 1 TD, and a pick. For me, this spells out Jameis Winston 1, Taysom Hill 0. On to the next. Devontae Freeman, 6 carries, 6 yards. Not looking good whatsoever. Marquez Callaway, 3 catches for 61 yards. I like that. This is my favorite to become the number one. I've already talked to you about. I love the flashes that he had. Since nobody really played and there wasn't much to talk about because the starters didn't really play, we're going to move over to the Ravens. Now, the starters didn't really do too much. J.K. Dobbins had 3 carries for 0 yards. Did not like that. Try to use Justice Hill a little bit. Didn't like what he did. This is the pickup that you guys want to talk about. Let's talk about pickups. Devin Duvernay, okay? We got Bateman with an injury. This guy might just slide in and start producing faster than everybody thought. So you might want to keep your eye on that, on him, and also on the Bateman injury. It's a groin injury. These things take time. Maybe Devin Duvernay being in the second year of that offense blows up. Keep your eye on those guys. As far as that I'm concerned, I'm done with these teams, man. What's up with you?
Well, yeah, man. A couple things, bro. Battle between Taysom and Winston. I agree. I think Winston looked better to me. The one thing, Winston's gonna Winston, bro. He had that beautiful touchdown drive, kicked ass. Next time he's on the field, throws an interception. So I mean, that's what Winston does, man. But you can't say Taysom did any better because Taysom didn't get a touchdown, but he still threw a pick too. So the only problem is that the pick really wasn't his fault. He was throwing it to Tyler Montgomery, who stopped. So I think the coaches are going to give him a pass on that when they see the film. But again, with Winston, he looks more dynamic to me, bro. So that's who I'm fine with. Callaway is the guy to own. You were right. I was wrong. I know Traquan's injured, but I just love watching this guy Callaway play. He was going at the end of drafts, and I've jumped him up my draft board, and I've been doing redraft after redraft after redraft league, and I've been grabbing this guy in the 14th, 13th round, give or take, while before he was going in the 18th round, and people are still sleeping on him. I'm grabbing him everywhere I can. The one thing, though, we'll talk about Thomas. Everything that I'm reading says he's coming back much sooner than anticipated. So we have to keep an eye on that. Callaway, I think, has done enough, and I'm wondering, man, if Thomas sees Callaway balling out, and he's like, fuck that. He's already taken a hit on his reputation when the Saints put out there that he didn't do his surgery on time, that he disappeared from the coaching staff for months. They were calling him, he wasn't answering. So maybe that lights a fire under him. I hope so because I used to like watching him play. What I want to talk about is Tony Jones, man. Tony Jones. I'm adding him everywhere. He's a backup running back for the New Orleans Saints. Murray looks slow and old, man. And guess what? Murray's older. And we all just assume, hey, put Murray in. He's going to be the backup running back. But these people lose juice out of nowhere. And Tony looked fire, bro. He was smooth, fast, catching the ball, running. So go add Tony Jones everywhere because he could be the number 2 running back on this team. And we know that if Kamara goes down, that's the guy to own in a high-paced offense. So I'm going and I'm grabbing Tony Jones everywhere. I already did in all the leagues that I could, and I'm going to add him, and I put in waiver claims on other leagues. So go add Tony Jones. We talked about it briefly. Troutman was a ghost. I'm a little worried. He was doing a lot of blocking. So, he still has another game to see what happens. I still have high hope for him. I got nothing to say on the Ravens side. It was boring football. Their defense carried the game, and no Lamar, none of their major wide receivers. So I think we're good to go there.